The year was 1920, and the United States was heading into an era that would soon echo beyond its borders, the dawn of prohibition. As the 18th Amendment came into force, it banned the manufacture, sale, and transportation of intoxicating liquors. This was not just a law, but a movement, fueled by a zealous desire to cleanse society of its sins. The ripples of this radical change began to extend far and wide, influencing the laws and cultures of nations afar in unexpected ways. To the north, in Canada, the effects of prohibition were immediate and profound. Trading alcohol was still legal there, and for some, it was a golden opportunity. Canadians found themselves at the center of a booming bootlegging business. Robust trade routes emerged, transforming sleepy border towns into thriving outposts of vice and commerce. Canadian culture began to shift as it adapted to this new economic reality, where alcohol was an export as valued as any. Across the Atlantic, Britain watched with a cautious eye. Although never fully adopting prohibition, the British temperance movement saw a surge in activity. Debates about morality and health wove through the public discourse. The British saw a reflection of the American experiment and questioned if similar paths should be taken. Yet, in the pubs of London, life went on, populated by a duality of tradition and reformist whisperings. In Europe, prohibition offered both a cautionary tale and a curious social experiment. Greasy clubs and shadowy speakeasies arose even in places like Berlin and Paris. For these cities, prohibition was less about legality and more about lifestyle, adopting elements of American culture that spoke to the commonality of resistance. As American jazz filled the air, cultural exchanges over alcohol policies became conversations of will and whim. In Asia, the American prohibition's echo was more subtle, yet its impact still wound into the cultural fabric. Countries like India saw an increased influence from American missionaries, igniting debates on alcohol within their societal reforms. In Japan, limited prohibition tested the waters of regulation versus cultural relaxation, while Chinese cities like Shanghai witnessed a blooming nightlife that captivated expatriates and locals alike.